The third Sunday of November in 1995 was off to a good start when I was born at 1 a.m. When I was born. I'm very prepared. 1 second. I'm really blanking.
That's good, just take a deep breath.
Didn't even write the intro.
What's your birthday tradition? What are you doing on your birthday?
Yeah. So on my birthday, okay, November 19th, after 1995, November 19th in the Vilhar family would forever be changed and be known as a day for watching Harry Potter movies and eating crappy Chinese food. But more importantly than Chinese food and Harry Potter, which is a great film series, there were some pretty intense things that happened on November 19th throughout history. More on my birthday, in the news, 1995, I found it interesting. Well, really, the newspaper that was released in the New York Times was not very exceptional. The only title that really caught my attention was "Congress Cancels Plan to Take Off for the Weekend." And I thought about it and thought it was a little silly until I read further in the article, and apparently the government had been shut down for a week. And it was on my birthday that it was, relieved, and Congress and the president and everyone came to an agreement to end that shutdown. And I found this very interesting because I know we had a government shutdown I think it was a year or two ago, I'm not sure. And it lasted for a month, and I found it kind of impressive that in just a week, the Congress decided to make a sacrifice and take their weekend to work and try and better, the society and people, and get people back to work on Monday and making money. Another thing that happened on my birthday overseas was an Egyptian embassy was bombed. It was a suicide bomber had gone in there, an Islamic suicide bomber, and 15 people were killed and 59 were injured. And this is obviously, how can something, so good for our country, and then I'm born and then something terrible happens, just the juxtaposition of these ideas, and they don't really complement each other that well. But what was interesting was the Islamic State, or the group, they publicly announced that they purposely did this because they disagree with the changes in the Egyptian government. And it put into perspective that terrorism has always been around, even before 9/11, and more is going on than what's happening in America. It might have been a good day for us, but it wasn't in Egypt. On a lighter note, because I found that there can be a lot of heavy things in the news constantly. If you want to be negative or just read that, there's always going to be something bad. Someone's always dying. Someone's always trying to destroy someone else or whatever. In 2004, on November 19th, the SpongeBob movie came out. And there was actually a very interesting article about it, which you wouldn't think would be very interesting, about SpongeBob, about, flamboyancy and just being light and airy, and just the goofiness of the movie, and how it wasn't too serious and it wasn't a heavy subject, was kind of refreshing when we live sometimes in such a heavy environment with people, trying to hurt each other and whatever. So I thought the perspective on that was very interesting, especially because it's one of the most silly movies in the world, but I love it. And that pertains to me. I know movies have always played a large role in my birthday, and November tends to be the sweet spot for Harry Potter, Hunger Games, SpongeBob, all the best movies ever. And so they always get